there's something I want to ask because I remember when you played for the Blades, reading about things that you were doing, like other businesses and maybe some DJing. I might have made that up, but what are your interests outside of football?
Honestly, very little. Like my life revolves around football. It always has done. Well, since I turned sort of 15 or so. That's all I ever wanted to do, and I've been obviously fortunate enough to make over like 500 professional appearances, and but yeah, what you're touching on, when I was playing with the Blades, I invested some money into a record label.
That's it.
Yeah.
I knew I hadn't made that up.
Yeah, and then what was the game? I scored against Hull in the FA Cup.
The celebration.
Yeah, so I pulled my shirt up, and then I remember the gaffer trying to fine me the next week for doing it, and I said, "Look, don't fine me. Fine me if I don't score the next week." So we ended up playing Plymouth away, and I scored that game as well. So I got away with a fine, but lifted my shirt up again that game as well. But yeah.
How did you score the week after then? Because surely you just rolled on and rolled on and rolled on.
No, that was the deal. Only the week after Hull, that was the deal.
Fair enough. So how did that low move come about in 2008 then?
It was a strange one because Sheffield had been after me for a long time, since Warnock was in charge in that Premier League year when they got relegated from obviously the infamous Tevez Mascherano deals.
I'm glad it's not just us that remember that, because we feel really bitter about that, and I'm glad other people think it too.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Colchester actually played Sheffield in the cup game. I think we ended up losing 1-0 earlier in that season, and obviously I made some sort of impression on Warnock, and he put an offer in to Colchester for quite a large money, and it got accepted. And Colchester were like, "Look, we've had an offer. Do you want to go and speak to him?" Now, after that game, Neil didn't really speak too highly about us, and it kind of got under my skin a little bit. Oh, and I was like, "No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go and work for him." And so yeah, that was squashed straight away, which in hindsight was probably the biggest thing that I've regretted so far in my career.
We could have had years more of Greg Halford. That is kind of frustrating.
Yeah. So, yeah. And obviously in hindsight, working with Neil at Rotherham and then Cardiff, me and him got on like a house on fire, and, he looked after me, and I felt like I repaid him sort of on the pitch as well. So, it's obviously, like I said, it's a regret of mine not working with him earlier in my career.
Did you bring up those comments to him? Of what he said?
Good question.
No.
No, to be honest, I was. Are you allowed to swear in this?
No,
not really.
No, I was dreading him coming into Rotherham, to be honest with you, because I wasn't having a good time at Rotherham. I'd fallen out with a couple of managers, and I was training with the 23s, and Neil came in, and I'm thinking, well, I'm staying with the 23s here because he'll definitely remember me like not talking to him. But luckily enough, he brought in Kevin Blackwell with him, who was an ally of mine who brought me into Sheffield, and he backed my corner, and then we just rolled on, and I performed for him, and we did miracles at that club that season.